Hello friends, myself Shriram. In this video, we will understand more about hierarchy of operations. Why? Because now you have various operators like star, which is a multiplication, then slash, which is a division, then plus and minus are for addition and subtraction. Then there is a modulus operator, which is basically a modular division, or also referred to as remainder operator. And then we know there is assignment operator or a equal to. So these are some of the operators which typically we are used to. So how the operation happens? So let's try to understand that. So let me show you a slide. Here you can see that the priority of operator is highest for multiplication and division and modular division. That means multiplication, then division and modular division are essentially the remainder operator. Then the second priority is for plus and minus, that is addition and subtraction, and the last priority is for assignment, which is a equal to. Now in case you decide to make use of parenthesis or a bracket, then the hierarchy remains the same. Okay. However, if there are more than one set of parentheses, then in that case the operations within the innermost parenthesis will be performed first, okay, and then it will be followed by the operations within the second most pair and so on. That means whether it is a parenthesis within the parenthesis or without the parenthesis, if it is a parenthesis, then the priority remains the same of the operator. However, the innermost one will be considered, and then accordingly the things will happen. So having said this, now we need to understand how typically I can apply this to some example. So let's go to the example. So here let us say that you have priority of operators, which is, let's say I want to compute, and here the variable I is a integer, and this is the expression which is given to us. Say 2 multiplied by 3 divided by 4 plus 4 divided by 4 plus 8 minus 2 plus 5 minus plus 5 by 8. So if this is the expression which is given to us, then as per the table that we just saw, how typically it will happen. So it is going to obviously start from left to right, the associativity according to that. But the important point here is like which one will be considered. So from when we are starting, the left operation, star operation will be done. Why? Because here there is no modular operation, but there is star and division, and then obviously there is addition and subtraction. So here you will see 2 into 3 will be performed, and the multiplication operation is going to yield 6, and then you divide 6 by 4, and then essentially. So in this now you are going to do division. So 6 by 4 will be performed. Now you will see this is an integer division. 6 by 4 is going to give 1 point something, but however 6 is integer, 4 is integer, so answer is 1, and then you basically got the remaining this one. Now here the operation will be performed as division. So here you will see 4 by 4. So you are going to get 1, and then followed by the remaining one. Then comes the this one here. So 1 plus 1, then plus 8 minus 2 and 0. So you will say it's 2 plus 8 minus 2 plus 0, and then 2 plus 8 10 minus 2 plus 0, and then 8 plus 0, and then 8. So you will see in the last 8 will get assigned. So this is the way in which it is going to happen if you have integer I. That means on the left hand side it is integer. Now if you have another expression, say float, and which is say kk, then if I give you expression say 3 by 2 multiplied by 4 plus 3 by 8, then in that case how it is going to happen? So again you are going to start, that's associativity left to right. So you have this 3 by 2. Now this is an integer, though float kk is float, but 3 by 2 is an integer, so you are going to get not 1.5 but 1, and we have seen this in our previous video. So this is 1 multiplied by 4 plus 3 by 8, and the operation is division. Then multiplication operation, so 1 into 4 4 plus 3 by 8, then that is a multiplication operation. Then division operation will be performed. Why? Because division has higher priority over addition, so division will be performed. So 3 by 8 is going to yield 0 because it's an integer, so 4 plus 0, and then finally the answer will be kk will be 4. So that's the way typically you perform the operations. Now when it comes to other aspect, that is the BODMAS rule. So whether the BODMAS rule is applicable here, probably you must have guessed it now. BODMAS rule, that is the rule that typically people study in schools, is not applicable when it comes to evaluation with respect to computers or with respect to C language. Then one needs to understand the associativity of operators. So let us say you have an expression, and I believe I used to say left to right and all that when I was solving this problem, or when I was telling you how to solve this problem. So there comes an associativity of operators. So let us say that you want to understand the associativity of operator. So we will take an expression. Let us say the expression is something like E, let's say a variable, is equal to 3 by 2 multiplied by 5. Now here if you look at it, division and multiplication both have the same priority, and that is what I have shown you there. Division and multiplication both have the same priority. Then how do I tackle that? So there is a tie between operators of same priority, that is division and multiplication. So this is settled using associativity of division and multiplication. So both have left to right associativity. So therefore the division is performed first, and then the multiplication is performed later. That means you will basically get this 3 by 2. So answer will be 1 here, and then 1 into 5. So 5 will be the answer. So that's the way typically this associativity is handled. Now another case can be like A is equal to B is equal to say 5. So now here the assignment operator has same priority. So the order of operation is decided using associativity of equal to operator. Okay. So equal to associates from right to left. Why? Because 5 is assigned to B, then B is assigned to A. So it is from right to left, and I believe we know that, like when the final answer of KK was 4, so 4 was assigned to KK. Similarly here 8 was assigned to I. So point here is it's a right to left associativity. So here we considered left to right associativity with respect to division and multiplication. Here it is R to L, right to left associativity. Another issue can be like you have, let's say, an expression, say some answer variable. It is given as A multiplied by B plus C by D. Okay, if this is an expression which is given to me, now what is happening? Star and division both enjoy the same priority, and they have the associativity which is left to right. Now here this is left to the compiler's choice whether it wants to perform star operation or whether it wants to perform division operation. Why? Because the answer remains the same, it doesn't matter. So that's the way typically these operators with respect to hierarchy is important. So one needs to understand the hierarchy of operator, and then obviously one needs to be aware of associativity of operator. Now this associativity of operator overall is a little bigger topic, but I have told you the important things which typically are there. But typically you will see for various operators, like there are operators which over a period of time we will be using, and those people who are very keen to understand associativity of operators, then you can learn uh, uh, for all the operators how typically the associativity works. You can go through, say you can do browsing, and you can find it out, or any standard book typically of C programming also can give you that, and it will have a table and which talks about how the associativity for various operators works. But I believe it's more of a common sense. Over a period of time people normally get used to it, rather than really only concentrating on associativity at this point. So I hope you got these two aspects, like hierarchy of operators and then the associativity of operators. Thank you.